I now call this regular council meeting of the City of Santa Fe, February 26, 2026 to order. Natalie, roll call, please.
Mayor Brandon Odo.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Marks.
Here.
Councilmember Schrader.
Here.
Councilmember McCamey.
Here.
Councilmember Jeanette.
Here.
And Councilmember Dickerson.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Natalie. I'll now invite Pastor Greg Lackey from Santa Fe Christian Church to come up and do the invocation. We'll do the pledges together.
Father in heaven, we thank you for your protection, your guidance, and your mercies. Father, we thank you for Santa Fe. We thank you that you provided a place for us to raise children, Father, and to do business. And we ask, Father, that you go before us as you've promised you would to your people. We ask that you would go before us in everything that's decided tonight, in all the actions that need to be done. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you, Pastor.
All right, before we get into the presentations, I received a thank you card, and I just wanted to share it with council and staff here. It says, Mayor Noto, your proclamation for Earl was a wonderful way for the Santa Fe community to say goodbye. He was very much loved, and this was a nice way to show it. Thank you also for meeting with Carl, Mauricio, and me and giving us a copy of the proclamation. It will be added to Earl's brag wall in my apartment. We enjoyed meeting you and visiting with you. God bless Yvonne Routh. That was for the proclamation I did for Coach Routh. So the only reason that I'm able to do proclamations is because the citizens elected me and council allows me to do that. So thank y'all for allowing me to honor Coach Routh. And I don't know, a couple of y'all probably had him as a coach.
He was a great man, good Christian man.
Very good.
It was tough. It was tough. It gets your attention.
Hey, you think that Bible verse about spare the rod and spoil the child was underlined in his Bible?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Football was bad enough. Sophomore, we lost our coach at the first of the season. Brought in Coach Routh. Man, that was an interesting experience.
Oh.
But
You talk about a man that can motivate, that man can
Yeah.
motivate.
He motivates you before the game even starts.
Oh, yeah.
he never grabbed a hold of any face masks or anything.
Not mine.
He didn't worry about that.
For
We got a point
presentations and staff reports, pass it over to Seth for our staff reports.
All right, we're going to jump right on in. Yep, he'll jump on. All right, we're going to start with our finance department, if you can go there for me. Thank you. All right, so one quick second, y'all. I'm sorry. Just bear with me 1 second. I just wanted to make I'm unsure why this is on this page right here. I apologize because this is not the correct slide on here, but I did want to update you guys for the month, and I can do it based on memory rather than this slide right here. But for the month of December, our sales tax decreased significantly from last year. We were 15% below where we were last year, so we took a major dip. We're still on course from where we should be.
What's on this second page? Under the sales tax net payment change?
Yes, and so it's just on that page. But so we did take a significant dip this year, unfortunately, for the month of December, which is our biggest year for because of Christmas sales. So, but we will move on to the next, which they've already got it up, perfect. So to continue on in that same vein, I did want to go with our new software that we have. we are able to, I feel like it's able to show our citizens a better picture view of what our sales tax generation looks like. So if you see at February, you still see that it's a big jump, which is really December because we're 2 months behind, which we always have a historical jump. So if you look at the February from 25 to February 26, you could see that decrease in sales tax. But one thing that I did want our citizens to know is our top 10 sales tax payers. So for each of our businesses in town, so number 1 is Sloan Lumber. 2 and 3 is Amazon. So 1 is for Amazon for their direct sales from Amazon.com, and then the other one is for the wholesalers that are on Amazon. So they use Amazon almost like an eBay to sell their goods on there. Next after that is HEB, and then Tractor Supply, and then Reliant Energy for our energy services, then Dollar General, and then McDonald's, and then Bighorn, and then O'Reilly Auto Parts. This list does change from month to month, but they're the top 10 sales tax getters for us in the city for this month, which is fantastic. So if we can, we'll go on to the next. All right, for the library, we had 2023 circulations for the month of January. We have 93 active accounts there. Our door count is 1,639, so our per capita ratio is 11%. Our members save $28,000 roughly this month, which is a pretty big jump from what it usually is. But the biggest item I'd like to bring to light is that our library, the Maya Spruce Library, received the Achievement of Library Excellence Award from the Texas Municipal Library Directors Association. This is for the top 10% of libraries in the state of Texas can receive this award, and we were one of those libraries that did so. And that's really due to our amazing staff there. So thank you, Becky, and your team for receiving that award. That's a huge accomplishment for us. One of the issues that was highlighted for the reason that we received the award was for the use of the STRIVE program at the library with the students that we have from the high school that we partner with that come over to our library. And it was I think that's a big success for our community. So very proud of Maya Spruce Library and the team. All right, if we can go next. Okay, we're at the Resiliency Center now. So for the month of January, the number of counseling hours definitely went up since the holidays are past us. So they went up to 347 hours, which is great. And if we can go to the next. And then the total counseling clients, that number actually went up as well for the month of January from 255 to 260. So our community is definitely aware of the Resiliency Center and the great programs that they offer for our residents. So that's it for my report. Do you guys have any questions?
I like the presentation of the businesses and sales tax like that.
I think it's great, and I think it's really interesting to get to see, and I think for our residents to kind of understand that, that they can actually see their sales tax dollars where they're going. And
Maybe every quarterly we send out something, that shows the difference from month
to month.
These fluctuate.
Correct. So we're great, and that's deep for y'all approving us to get that software. So thank you for helping out our finance department. This is it's an awesome tool that we can show transparency to our citizens.
It's easy to read. I mean, you can look right there and you can see it.
Absolutely.
I think it's a great idea. Great deal.
Awesome, thank you. All right, council, we'll move to item 6, business, a new business. We have an item on the consent agenda.
Citizens' comments.
Oh, I skipped right over it. I'm so sorry, Kyle. No, you have a big speech prepared for it. So, item number 5, citizen comments. Do we have anybody here for citizen comments? All right. Item number 6, business, a new business. 1, consent agenda, consideration and possible action, adoption of a resolution of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, authorizing aerial spraying for the abatement of mosquitoes. Council, as you know, this is something we do every year in partnership with the county, just to help with the mosquito population. And as I mentioned in the Mayor's Monday update, citizens can call the county and request to be put on a notification list if you've got bees or other livestock or situations that might be sensitive to this, and they will give you a notification before they come and spray. But it's a program we've been doing for many, many years.
I move to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded.
I have one thing on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Seth, did you get with Miss Haley Billiot and have her change the person that they respond to next time?
I can. It's just a common thing that we've
I
got.
know, but yeah,
Stepped on, but no, absolutely.
let them know.
All right. Any other discussion? All right, it's been moved and seconded to adopt a resolution of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, authorizing aerial spraying for the abatement of mosquitoes. Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Schrader,
Yes,
Councilmember McCamey,
Yes.
Councilmember Jeanette,
Yes.
Councilmember Dickerson,
Yes.
and Councilmember Marks.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. All right, on to item number 2, consideration and possible action, proposed fiscal year 2025-2026 budget preparation and development calendar. Mr. Rudy.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. So this item formally adopts the FY '27 budget planning calendar, so the council and staff and the departments can align statutory and charter deadlines. This particular fiscal year '27 includes 8 workshops beginning in March and leading all the way up to tax rate and budget adoption in September. So it incorporates required appraisals, tax calculations, public notices, deadlines that are all under state law currently. Approval tonight just allows us to continue the budget process, worksheets, revenue projections, and capital planning in an organized and transparent manner.
Thank you, Rudy. Council, this calendar follows pretty closely what we've done in the past, but talked a little bit with Mayor Pro Tem and Seth and kind of wanted to get y'all's opinion since some things have changed for some of us on the dais. So this would follow the normal schedule of, a 6 o'clock special meeting before a 7 o'clock council meeting. And that's just the way that we've done it in the past. I know for a couple of the council members, a 6 o'clock meeting can be hard. It also doesn't give us a whole lot of time to really discuss because we usually only have about 45 minutes before we have to kind of take a break and get ready for the regular council meeting. What we discussed would be the possibility of doing it on a Friday. I know at least 3 of y'all are, I think, or 4 of y'all now are off on Fridays. And it would just leave me and Ryan, the working folks on council, but my schedule's pretty flexible on Fridays, but just wanted to throw that idea out there of maybe we wouldn't have to have as many. Maybe if we did a 2-hour or 3-hour or 4-hour budget meeting on Friday, then maybe we would only have to have, 2 or 3 or 4 meetings instead of a bunch of them an hour before regular council. So open it up for discussion, but that's just something we've discussed.
Fridays would be okay, but we sometimes go out of town on Fridays. So, I'm not gonna stick around.
I'm good with what we've had. I've got a good supervisor that allows me to leave a little early to make the 6 o'clock appointment, so.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I know you got a tough boss.
Yeah, my boss doesn't let me do nothing. So, the Fridays would be difficult for me,
Okay.
because I'm the only one there.
Gotcha. Okay, well then we'll keep it this way then, on the Thursdays. I think we have, on here, I guess we just have one Friday on here.
We do. The first one, March 13th, is a Friday, and that's the only Friday that we have on the current schedule right now.
Could y'all make this one Friday work?
Let me
Yeah.
look, something rings a bell on that.
It is Friday the 13th, but
That's why I'm
I'm not one of those people, I don't care. I mean, Friday the 13th,
another day.
that's gonna be morning?
yes.
Yeah, that's Fish Fries. I'm the chief cook over there, so I can't miss that, but that's 6 o'clock, so I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
As
So
long as
we're-
in the morning, I can probably.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do it
early in the
first
morning.
thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
Okay.
Move to approve the 2027 budget calendar as presented.
second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the proposed fiscal year 2025-2026 budget preparation and development.
26, 27.
27. I know it says
27.
26, 27.
It says 26, 27, that was a
Typo.
typo, I
Mine
think.
says motion to approve the 27th.
Now I've proved to y'all that I can read. All right, to approve the 26-27 budget development calendar. Any further discussion? Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Jeanette.
Yes.
Councilmember Dickerson.
Yes.
Councilmember Marks.
Yes.
Councilmember Schrader.
Yes.
And Councilmember McCamey.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item number 3, consideration and possible action, adoption of a resolution of the City Council of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, authorizing the Finance Director to open 2 separate bank accounts for the Federal Equitable Sharing Program and providing an effective date. Mr. Rudy.
Mayor, Council, so this resolution authorizes the opening of 2 separate bank accounts at Texas First Bank, and it's required for participation in the Equitable Sharing Program. And we probably wouldn't need that, but the PD is doing a great job, and they're expanding their reach, and they're trying to collect some more money. And in so doing, the federal program requires us to have 2 separate bank accounts, one for the FBI and Justice, the other one for Secret Service. And since they require us to put down exactly how much interest we have in those funds, that we have to keep them separate and have to have their own bank account. So that's all this really is just paperwork on our end to keep track of all the cash.
All right, council, any questions for Rudy? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the city manager to allow the opening of 2 bank accounts for the Federal Equitable Sharing Program.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the city manager to allow the opening of 2 bank accounts for the Federal Equitable Sharing Program. Council, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Schrader.
Yes.
Councilmember McCamey.
Yes.
Councilmember Jeanette.
Yes.
Councilmember Dickerson.
Yes.
And Councilmember Marks.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. Item number 4, consideration and possible action authorizing the city manager to procure and install a replacement monument sign at City Hall utilizing insurance proceeds in an amount not to exceed $65,000.
Mayor, Council, so as you are probably aware, the sign outside was damaged on New Year's Eve, and we got some earlier estimates on how we can go about repairing that. And we do have insurance proceeds, and the insurance, I've spoken with TML, they said that they would completely fund the replacement of that sign, since early analysis from an estimate that we received from one vendor indicated that it would cost too much to try to repair and replace the 20-year-old system that we currently have. So the amount is well within the replacement budget in the our insurance, and it's under the $100,000, so all we would need is just competitive quotes. And we haven't gotten all of them yet, we've just gotten an early estimate, but this motion would allow us to go ahead and proceed with using those funds to find qualified, appropriate sign replacement and have the city manager execute that, rather than having you come back again, since it's an increase in funding, but it's also an increased expense, which is why we're coming to the council.
I got one question. We're gonna, like the signs are gonna be like we were doing with the EDC, if somebody does a sign, we're gonna do with the same,
Do that same
set
way.
a,
Correct.
set a statement, this
Setting
is
the
what we're gonna do.
standard. That's right. Yeah, and I'll show y'all the design. I mean, I'll send it to you guys before we, pull the trigger on it. But this is allowing us to use those the funds that we'll get from
Absolutely.
insurance to cover it, so we don't have to pay a dime for it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
And it's above my $50,000 threshold.
just to say, this is where we're gonna be, this is our standard.
Might have a low bidder.
True that?
Might have what?
A low bidder.
Oh, that's true. You might.
55,000 for that sign?
Up to $65,000. That's what insurance will cover for us to pay for that.
It was somewhere 40.
What do you think it says? A fixed sign, no electronics?
Well, we're gonna look at it. I mean, I think that, that, for me, I think personally, that would be, would have preference, but we have kind of set a precedent with having the message board up there. So maybe looking at a message board and then a fixed, City of Santa Fe City Hall sign. So, but really, to me, it will set the standard for the rest of our signage throughout the city. I want it to be, everything to be uniform. So I know that it's in your packet. See, these are some of the, not that it's gonna look like this. This is from one provider, but I'll pass this down if you want to look specifically at the city of Oyster Creek, what they did for their sign, so they kind of have a message board, and they have it, but I would like to have a,
There's not a picture. No.
oh, okay, I thought that there was, I apologize. But, you know, with maybe some brick fascia or stone fascia around it, I think that, for me, I like the White Hill stone brick fascia. It looks, you know, very Texas to me, and it looks it's a lot of places in our community. So I think that would be a great addition up here.
I went down Warpath and just checked the signs like the junior high and
Oh, yeah.
Intermediate school.
Correct.
You know, and they're kind of a monument. They're tall. I don't
They
think
are.
they need something so tall, but you know.
Yeah, we definitely. I
You
wanted
put
to
whatever, I
improve.
mean, they did brick colors, you know.
Correct. It's what matches our buildings for sure. Yeah.
But it's a you know, sign comes up, goes across, looks cool.
On that bottom,
The bottom one, guys. Yeah.
but this is one you were talking about.
That kind of sign will go out more in the community, but this is, it's really to do one more so like that, but with a brick or stone, kind of like that. Yeah, it's,
So having the brick go up,
that's right.
not just pipe.
Correct.
So again, this just authorizes the city manager to evaluate the quotes and select the lowest responsible vendor and proceed with the installation once all the compliance documents are covered and he's conferred with council. So.
All right, council, any other questions for Rudy or Seth? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to authorize the city manager to evaluate submitted quotations, document compliance with the city's purchasing policy, and Texas Local Government Code Chapter 252, including 252.0215 hub outreach requirements, select the lowest responsible and responsive vendor, execute necessary documents, and proceed with purchase and installation of the replacement City Hall sign, utilizing insurance proceeds in an amount not to exceed $65,000.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to authorize the city manager to evaluate submitted quotations, document compliance with the city's purchasing policy and Texas Local Government Code Chapter 252, including 252.0215 HUB outreach requirements, select the lowest responsive vendor, execute necessary documents, and proceed with purchase and installation of the replacement City Hall sign, utilizing insurance proceeds in an amount not to exceed $65,000. Council, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, Natalie, roll call.
Whoa. Auction man. So with this hub stuff and the lowest bidder and stuff, sometimes the lowest bidder is always the most expensive repairs, stuff like that. So you have ways to get around that.
Correct. We'll go with
So
most
if-
qualified.
If a vendor sends in a packet, I would ask that maybe if there was something that they install somewhere close, maybe to go look at it to see the quality of their work.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Do you need to amend the motion?
No, I think
No,
that's just direction.
it's just direction. We'll go with the most qualified bidder,
Right.
qualified lowest
We had
bidder,
a
let's
nice
say that.
Put in at it's the recreation center now, it used to be the Y in Alvin,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't near that cost, and it sits on the ground on a concrete slab, and it's nice inside.
Perfect.
I don't remember the company that did it, but it looks
No,
good.
but we'll
I'm not
definitely,
trying to sell them, I'm just saying.
no, heck no, yeah, but that's great
It'll be,
information. Correct.
That's
Perfect.
all I'm saying.
All right, thank you.
All right, any other discussion, council? If not, Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Marks?
Yes.
Councilmember Schrader?
Yes.
Councilmember McKamey?
Yes.
Councilmember Jeanette?
Yes.
And Councilmember Dickerson?
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you, council. Item number 5, consideration and possible action authorizing the sale of city-owned property, Mr. Crepon.
Yes, sir. This is just housekeeping, some of the old equipment that we're replacing with the new equipment. There's one tractor on there that we're gonna pull back. It has a slope mower on it. It's a 100-horse tractor. We're actually gonna take the slope mower off of it. The tractor's in excellent shape, and we're gonna use that at Rungy Park to pull the hair for the arenas.
Right.
So we don't have to purchase another tractor.
Do we have a hair drag?
No, sir.
So we're gonna have to get one of those too.
No, sir. We're out looking for one.
Okay.
Which one is that, Bill? Is that the 20 John Deere or the?
Yes, sir. The John Deere.
So is the mower, Dick, worth putting in auction, or is it just
No, sir.
scrap?
That's where the problem is. The mower deck's pretty wore out. It's got a lot of hours on the deck and stuff.
We're just gonna scrap it.
Yes, sir. A lot of maintenance.
We sell all this stuff, it'll give us enough money to fix the,
Yeah, I hope we get some good money for the dump truck and stuff, but, you know, we're to a point, like the dump truck, first gear's out on the dump truck, and we're talking $5,000 for a transmission and things like that, and we're not gonna spend no more money on things like that with the new trucks we have now.
And the thing is, from our past auctions, we've been doing very well with the auctions. I've been very surprised at the amounts that we've been getting for some of these pieces of equipment that we put out.
then we'll ship all that to the repairs of the grader.
There you go.
Speaking of our last dump truck, I saw it the other day. They were doing some work down there on Bruce Hall. Can you get a bigger, are we at our max for weight and?
Yes, sir. Well, we don't want to step over the threshold, what I call it. We could buy a tandem dump truck.
No, I mean, is that a, what is that, 8 yard?
Yes, there's 6 to 8 yard trucks.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
And we can stuff most of them new Max, we can stuff close to 10 yards in them. And they do great for the city, for our small roads,
Yeah.
for weight wise and mobility and the price.
Nobody else cares about the weight wise.
Yes, I care about that. That's one of my main concerns.
I just thought it's sharp looking, you know, it's such a sharp looking truck, you know, and then you're like, man, that bed's almost the exact same as the, you know, it just doesn't look very big.
No, it's 6, 8 yard bed.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
All right, council, if you want to approve this with Billy's recommendation, you would just need to modify the suggested motion by removing unit 0238 from the motion.
I move to authorize the sale by public auction of Unit 0634, Unit 9375, Unit 4378, Unit 2711, and the office furniture as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to authorize the sale by public auction of unit 0634, unit 9375, unit 4378, unit 2711, and the office furniture as presented. Council, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Jeanette.
Yes.
Councilmember Dickerson.
Yes.
Councilmember Marks.
Yes.
Councilmember Schrader.
Yes.
And Councilmember McKamey.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you,
Mayor,
council. Thank you, Billy. Item number 6, consideration and possible action, adoption of a resolution of the City Council of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, approving the submission of a grant application to the Office of the Governor for the fiscal year 2027 Body Armor Grant Program. Captain.
Good evening, council. What you have in front of you is a grant proposal for body armor that the police officers wear. It is through the Office of the Governor's Office here in Texas. So a little bit of background, in 2022, we were offered funds from the Alumni Association to purchase body armor, external body armor like the Marshal is wearing right now. It is pistol resistant and it is rifle resistant. So every year since then, we've put funds in the budget to replace the body armor that needs to be replaced. The normal time frame is 5 years. That's what they suggest, that the body armor is obsolete, that wear, tear, sweat, whatever it may be, after 5 years, we need to replace it. The Officers of the Governor is offering a grant in fiscal year 27. It is a 100% reimbursable. So whatever we get approved for, we go and purchase the body armor for the police officers. We have to jump through little hoops, and then we get all the money back for what we spent on the armor. Couple things is we're already slotted to purchase body armor moving forward. This is just an easy way to get the money back.
Is that guaranteed return on your investment?
Yes, sir.
Or is it first come, first served, when it run out, you?
No, well, we already completed the grant. We submitted the grant in October 1st, when the fiscal year 27 starts. Then we get told whether we get the grant or not. Once we get the grant, it is 100% reimbursable. Whatever we spent, as long as we keep up with the reports that we have to inform the Office of the Governor, we get all the money back.
Cool.
All All right, council, any other questions for the captain?
Yeah, what you said is pistol resistant and rifle resistant up to?
The ones we have right now are 3A. The ones we're looking at getting is a higher tier. The soft armor is pistol, and then they have rifle plates that we insert into the vests. Those are the rifle resistant body armor plates. So right now it's 3A, but they're going to be a higher tier if we get this grant. Once again, if it's 100% reimbursable, why not get something better for the officers?
I move to approve this resolution for the fiscal year 27 body armor grant through the Office of the Governor.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to recommend we move forward and approve the resolution for the fiscal year 27 body armor grant through the Office of the Governor. Council, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Dickerson?
Yes.
Councilmember Marks?
Yes.
Councilmember Schrader?
Yes.
Councilmember McCamey?
Yes.
And Councilmember Jeanette?
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
All right, item number 7, consideration and possible action, appointment or reappointment of 3 members and 1 alternate member to the Park and Rec Board to serve a 2-year term to expire in February of 2028.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening, Georgia.
We have 3 positions that are needing to be filled. 2 of the positions or 2 of the applicants are reapplying. That's Ms. Kara Campbell and Ms. Nina Cedarberg. They were appointed during the previous appointments that we had done 3 years ago, and they have been very, very active. And then we've got an alternate position that is open. The alternate that was appointed in that position did not choose to reapply, and he did not come to any of the meetings. So whoever is appointed to the next alternate position, I would hope that that person would show up and actually participate. Unfortunately, the other person that was on the board in that 3rd active position is not able to commit the time this go around, so we do have that open position as well.
Who is it?
It was Hunter Stallings. She's got 2 very, very young children, so.
It was a new one we just put on, wasn't
She
it?
was a.
Yes.
Texas City.
Priorities.
Yes, she was Texas City teacher,
Yeah, she was-
Right, that's what.
very cute little baby, and then she just had a brand new baby, so.
I do want to state that Kira and Nina have done a fantastic job for us on there. I know that they were instrumental at the Christmas tree lighting and at our Christmas market. They're very active, and it's a pleasure getting to work with them on the Parks Board.
Yes.
I don't want to take the place of a resident as a board member, but I will go for an applicant if council wants it that way.
Did, Georgia, did you verify that all of the applicants live within the city limits?
Yes.
Resident, but I
I'm sorry, Mayor, I was talking to Rusty, what did you say?
I was just verifying with Georgia that she did confirm that all the applicants do live within the city limits.
Yeah. I went there once.
Jamie, she got the time now?
He wants to be an alternate.
He'd be an alternate, yeah. And I know Rusty.
And this lady here has been trying her hardest to get involved with the city.
Didn't we put Chris on something?
Yes, she was appointed to the Zoning Board of Adjustments, and she attended training and 1 board meeting and then resigned.
Oh, well, gotcha. Thanks for asking that.
Good.
She did reach out, wanting to get, I don't know if that was a bad time when her employment was, but she did reach out wanting to be, back in the city. And I see that she put like 3 places.
I move to appoint Kara Campbell, Nina Cedarberg, and Vicky Smith as board members, and Rusty Schrader as alternate 2 to the Parks and Recreation Board to each serve a 2-year term to expire in February 2028.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to appoint Kara Campbell, Nina Cedarberg, and Vicky Smith as board members, and did you say Rusty?
Yeah.
Rusty Schrader as alternate 2 to the Parks and Recreation Board, to each serve a 2-year term to expire in February 2028. Is there any further discussion? Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Schrader,
Yes.
Councilmember McCamey,
Yes.
Councilmember Jeanette,
Yes.
Councilmember Dickerson,
Yes.
and Councilmember Marks.
Yes.
Motion passes. All right, item number 8, discussion and direction, replacement of the playground equipment at Joe A. Tambrella Park.
Mayor and council, I know this has been a heavy topic of discussion. So Rudy and I did a little bit of digging, and we were finally able to establish when that piece of park equipment at Joe Tambrella Park was purchased, which was in 2007. There was a partial grant given to the city, and then the city also contributed some money, so it was installed in 2007. And once I started putting the numbers together, I realized that that was 19 years ago. So after doing a bit of research, most park equipment is slated to last around 8 to 15 years in a commercial setting. A metal piece of park equipment is at max, with the best upkeep that you can give it, 20 years is gonna be its lifespan. So we are at the end of the lifespan for the park equipment that we've got there, and we have doctored it about as far as we can go. So my guidance that I'm looking for from council is if we can take to the Parks and Recreation Board to look at some more inclusive parking equipment and look at getting that installed over at Joe Tambrella Park. It is our most heavily utilized park that we've got, and there is just so much room for improvement that we can do over there. That would involve us using the parks funds that we have set aside for the collections, the 90,000 that we've got, and I do have some additional funds in the Parks Board, unless we are able to get some donations from another source.
And potential grants as well, that are out there. But, bringing this forward, park equipment is very expensive. It is not a cheap venture, but as Georgia eloquently stated, it is at its end of life. I think the best thing about our park equipment right now that it has is that tree coverage out there that provides, some shade and some potential blockage from the elements. But the park equipment is definitely in need of repair, and much more than repair, it's in need of replacement. And so, Georgia, thank you for stating it is our most highly utilized park. Anytime I have been out there, almost any time of day, there's somebody out there using it. I know that my kids and I'm sure y'all's kids and grandkids on this board, they utilize that equipment as well. So I think it'd be a good move for us in our community. But tonight, we just want to see if we can use that $90,000 that we have slated for Behringer Park to utilize towards this. I think that it's, in my recommendation, that we need to keep up with our current parks before building out a new park. And so this is but the bad thing is 90,000 may not go as far as we'd like it to. So we've looked at some options. I think Georgia's put some in here for you guys to see. And it has some pricing on here, but this price is not inclusive of installation, and installation's quite expensive for this equipment.
It's not inclusive of coverage.
Of coverage either, no. So it has that's with no shade coverage, and I'll tell you from the last part that I did in Georgia before coming here, shade coverage is almost as much as the playground equipment itself. It's very expensive. The good thing, we do have a lot of shade coverage naturally from the trees, which I think is a bonus for us, but it's not much, and we can shape the equipment that we look at. A lot of the playground equipment, you can add on some shade features to it. It just drives up the price of that equipment. But I do think it's an important investment. It's one of the most utilized spaces in the city.
So I recently had a constituent reach out to me about this, and I happen to share a house with her. And, she, our kids go out there and once a week they go to the wonderful homeschooling program that the library does. And it's become a tradition, and she's invited other homeschool moms, actually from our co-op in League City, and now they have a date every Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. And so they go to the homeschool programming, and then after that, they go and they spend the rest of the afternoon. It was 4:00 before they left the playground the other day.
We have
So
5
it's-
mommy groups
Yeah,
that
it's-
come on Wednesdays.
it's become a big tradition. And so enough of the other moms have put 2 and 2 together on who she is, and so she's gotten to be the sounding board for the other moms on the improvements that they would like to see out there. And so then guess who gets to hear it, whenever I get home. So I'm making a little bit light of the situation, but it is a very, very utilized park. And you've got the main piece there that is what we're really talking about, but the smaller one is not far behind.
It's not far behind it at all. I think that it definitely needs to be replaced at the same time, and then that way we can have it color coordinated as well.
And he's saying that there is some coverage out there, but there's really not on that big piece. I mean, in the middle of the day, it gets so hot that the kids can't play on it because the metal's so hot. And so it's, whatever we do, we are gonna need to put some type of shade up there.
And there are some sunshade grants, and I had shared them with the Little League, and it is a little bit labor intensive as far as getting the letters from the dermatologist on why you need sunshade coverage, but it's not unheard of to be able to get those documents together. We would need a little bit of a match for it, but it is a possibility of something to add. I just need to know that we're gonna have grant funds to match it.
Right. Yeah, and what this is gonna require us to do is to rob from Behringer. I mean, we don't have a choice. We really don't. I mean, and so at that point, whenever I started, whenever I realized that that's what we were gonna have to do, what came to my mind again is really the feasibility of building out Behringer into a park. And what I asked myself is, are we gonna be able to build Behringer out in the next 5 years? Probably not. I mean, not unless we come across a bunch of money. Are we gonna be able to build it out 10 years from now?
I mean, that's at a minimum $1 million that we'd have to invest at Behringer with, parking lot, restrooms, a playground facility, pickleball courts. I mean, they're just not cheap items, unfortunately.
And so, I mean, really just to cut to the chase, what I would like for council to discuss is the feasibility of Behringer, and if it would not be in the best interest, to scrap our plans with Behringer, and possibly go ahead and just sell that property and use the proceeds of that property to do what we need to do at Tambrella. If there's anything left over, Runge Park, we're gonna run out of money at Runge Park really close. And I know that Behringer is very sentimental to this community. I know it's sentimental to some of the people on council. And what I thought about what we could do at Tambrella is purchase playground equipment that is baseball themed. And we could even put a monument up there that, this playground was renovated in part due to the proceeds of Behringer. And we could put a sign out there and we could rename it the Behringer Tully Playground, and give honor to Behringer Tully, to those gentlemen and to that park. But I know it's not an easy decision, and there's a lot of feelings involved, but I think it's worth the conversation.
That's a tough one for me.
Park equipment going into the life though could cause injury. I mean, there could be a lot of things that could go wrong. So, I mean, definitely replacing the equipment is priority.
The question today is, can we use that 90 that we've got set aside, right?
At this point, we're gonna have to use the budget money we have, even if somebody matches that, it's not gonna be enough to get half the playground equipment we need.
No.
And like Seth said, the big hit here is not what you see and these pretty pictures and all. It's the installation. It's the foundation and installation is every bit the equal, and you just can't go out there and get somebody that's never done one of these
They have to
before.
be certified or you're liable for. some
Yeah, it'd be like
serious
half the people at Christmas time, you know, giving gifts with half the parts on it. You gotta have the right people for your insurance. As far as Behringer, you know, and y'all know how I feel about it. The school cut us a good deal on there. We have to, I think to be right, we should talk with, the school board, just get their blessing. Tell them what it's gonna go to, you know, and we're still gonna keep that name and we're gonna keep the tradition and all that. But make sure it's okay with the school if we sell that, and then how we use the above profit.
I talked to a couple of the school board members. They certainly understood the position that we were in because they're in the same position.
Right.
You know, I told them that I was pretty sure that I could get council's blessing to offer them the first right of refusal to purchase it back.
Yeah, I don't think that's
They're
accurate.
not gonna purchase it back. One thing that one of them did mention to me that I hadn't thought about is, there is and Becky can testify to this, there is a significant number of school children that get out of school there at those campuses and go to the park and play on the park equipment until their parents come and pick them up.
I pick a young man up at the park.
Yeah.
They play basketball and stuff.
I think the school board understands the position that we're in. And I think that if we were to offer that park in parcels that, are the size of what we've talked about, big lots, 70-foot lots, there's not a whole lot of profit to be made off of those above and beyond what we paid the school district. I mean, we paid $250,000 for it. I mean, they didn't give it to us.
But for that land, that's half price.
Yeah. Well, they had to justify that it was fair market value in order to sell it to us.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, anyways, I think they understand where we're coming from. But again, I understand the difficulty of it. I do, but if all we're holding on to is a vacant piece of land, then is that really honoring the spirit of the park?
I want to explore options, so I thought we were gonna talk about this in executive session, but,
Well, let's get back to this agenda item
I wanna explore.
If we can get back to this agenda item, so we just want the go-ahead to, look at the playground equipment for, Timberella Park. And it sounds like I've got complete unison from you guys, we all understand where the equipment is. We will look at funding sources, going forward, and then hopefully, in the next few weeks, we will bring a proposal to you guys, and we'll come up with a plan on how to fund that.
I do like
Because
that.
the
project as well.
90,000 is.
90,000 is not gonna get us, it's not, and so,
It's a piece of equipment of like.
but we'll come up with a plan, but I think we've got the direction we need, Georgia. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
But have we got a true number? If it's something we have right now, to
So,
replace it, what would it cost?
So a true number, I'm gonna give a round number, would be $200,000.
I was thinking quarter at least.
Yeah, 2 to 250.
That's installed.
That's with install, and that's not if we don't do the equipment as it is. Yeah, and that's without shade, so that's if we don't do the equipment as it is right now. So we're 300,000 if we do the equipment in its current placement, as it is right now. I think we can look at maybe some cost-effective, solutions with, swing sets. They can tend to be a little bit cheaper than the, is it jungle gym? Is that what you call the area that kind of goes up? And so just depending on the layout that we do, we'll definitely do the most conservative, cost-effective layout that we can come up with. And then also, we're going to look at some of the options that are more, the ADA are inclusive for the children that need it. And that way, they can utilize the park, and also giving them a path of least resistance per se, from the sidewalk to the portion of the park that they can utilize.
Yeah, I was me and you did that morning deal out there.
Mhm.
We know how that was, and then
Correct.
I think a couple of days later, I did the Wednesday bake sale with the Friends of the Library, and I saw the group of moms and stuff, and, you know, they come out of the inside, the little, whatever they're doing inside the library, and then they go to their, I mean, it's a lot of kids.
It is.
And when, with what we're having through the state and all, and there's probably gonna be more homeschoolers, there's not gonna be less homeschoolers.
No.
And I think we.
All the attention our library keeps getting, they're just recruiting more and more kids.
I've got to put a second story on.
Yeah, just put a second story on the library. You heard him. You heard it right there.
Might be open air.
The other thing I wanted to recommend to Georgia, if council's okay with it, is Amber brought up to me the idea of putting up a cyclone fence or some kind of barrier in between the park and the parking lot, because there's not very much
There's not.
distance between the playground and that parking lot.
Yeah.
And when you got toddlers, in the blink of an eye,
Oh,
they're in that parking lot. And so if we could put a cyclone fence or some type of barrier, you know,
I actually have
outside
some
of the
really
track,
nice plants
you know.
over there that
Yeah.
Seth and I were just
Yeah,
discussing.
but I mean, I think it's a pretty big safety concern
Yes.
to have a fence up. I mean, it'd be nice even if we had a gate on the walking trail where it came in, where people could go in and out. All right, thank you, Georgia.
Thank you.
All right, item number 9, consideration and possible action, adoption of a resolution of the City Council of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, amending the City of Santa Fe personnel policy to add section 20.06 business hours set.
All right, so council, we are looking to modify the hours of operation for City Hall, our police department administrative staff, municipal court, and the park department's hours of operations from our current schedule of Monday through Thursday of 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Friday of 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. to a 4-day schedule of Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and closed on Fridays. We are looking to do this for a variety of reasons, but for one, to increase our operational efficiency, eliminating the half day on Fridays will reduce our administrative startup and shutdown time associated with those Fridays. It'll be a cost savings for the city because it'll lower our utility cost here. It will improve our employee recruitment and retention here by improving our morale and enhancing a work-life balance for our employees. Also, it will expand our public service hours to our citizens. Being open, till 6 p.m. on Monday through Thursday gives greater access for our working residents. I can tell y'all, most days at 5:15, our lobby's pretty packed, and actually usually here at 7:30 in the morning, those are our busiest times. People on their way to work, they're coming in to City Hall. Not everybody has the luxury of not working, so it definitely helps expand those hours for them. That was not a slight at anybody. I see y'all laughing. That was not a slight at anybody. It's just a fact of life. Also, it puts us in alignment with our other entities in the city, with Drainage District Number 1 and WCID, or the Water District as well. And, hopefully the studies have proven that going to a 4-day work week enhances productivity, and it allows you to block off more time to work on key projects or tasks at hand. I think the big reason for us up here that we kind of thought through as a staff is on Fridays, we have extremely low turnout, if you will, in our offices. So we did a count. We had less than 15 people come in every Friday since the beginning of this new year. So we've only had 15 people come through the door. So it's a pretty low turnout of combined. So it's a pretty low turnout of residents that come in. So permitting would really be the biggest, department affected up here at City Hall. But I definitely view it as a big plus for us here at the city, that we can be in alignment with our other entities. I know the school district does it in the summertime. They do 410s as well. But I view this as a big win for our residents as well, giving them the extra time to come in the mornings before they're heading to Clear Lake or Galveston or Texas City to go to work. So it's with my recommendation that we move to the 410s here at the city.
You'll eliminate a lot of call-ins too, because you have the whole day of Friday to do doctor's appointments. I work 4/10s and I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's horrible this time of year, because you get up and go to work, it's dark, get off, it's dark.
It is.
But you have the option, you have Fridays to do all your other stuff. And the biggest is the morale.
Correct.
It's a huge morale booster.
Huge morale booster, and then, you know, on the financial portion, it should cut down on our overtime expenses as well. Just typically, by the time we get to Friday, most of our staff have worked already 40 hours in that week before even getting to Friday. So thank you for pointing that out on the morale. I think that it'll really help having those people on Friday that they, you know, like I said, doctor's appointments, to go, you know, to the grocery store, whatever it is, to help them get through.
Go to H-E-B before school lets out.
That's right.
That's a big one.
The library would maintain the same hours.
The library would be that's correct. They would maintain the same hours. Since we just changed their hours, they would still be working 10 through 6, Monday through Friday. Fridays are still a big day at the library. We wouldn't want to change that. You know, on Saturday, we changed that at the beginning of the year just because the usage wasn't there, but the usage is there on Friday. So it's not my recommendation to change the library, just our other departments.
So library staying the same?
That's correct.
Okay, no budget, okay.
Yep.
And the road department's already on 4.
They're already on it, and so I want to give you
Public Works,
Public
excuse
Works,
me.
yeah.
Sorry, Billy.
So Public Works is still on there. We actually just took in an employee from another entity because they moved from 4 days to 5 days a week, and he took a pay cut to come here because of the 4-day work week here. That definitely is a big bonus for us in acquiring new employees, and being one of the entities with the lower pay. That anything that can give us an edge is a good thing to put us, you know, in the market.
All right.
So what would be the hours?
It would be 7 to 6, so 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I move to approve the resolution of the City Council of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, amending the City of Santa Fe personnel policy to add section 20.06, business hours as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded twice to approve the resolution of the City Council of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, amending the City of Santa Fe personnel policy to add section 20.06, business hours as presented. Council, is there any further discussion?
I'm just surprised it took this long for somebody to bring that up.
Well, there's a new sheriff in town.
It's been brought up.
New hatchet in town, I should
Oh,
say.
Lord.
All right, Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Schrader,
Yes.
Councilmember McCamey,
Yes.
Councilmember Jeanette,
Yes.
Councilmember Dickerson,
Yes.
and Councilmember Marks.
Yes.
Motion passes. All right, and then if this was Austin or Washington and I was able to name ordinances, I would call this the Councilmember Jeanette ordinance. But number 10 is consideration and possible action, first reading of an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Santa Fe, Texas, repealing and replacing ordinance number 3-96 regarding regular city council meetings to conform to section 3.12, meeting of council of the city charter. Mr. Collins.
Yes, so I've had a couple of members bring this forward to me. The big reason for this change is you guys approved my $50,000 threshold at the last meeting for me to be able to spend up to within the budget. So going from 5 to 50,000 will cut out a lot of agenda items. So our meetings are already fairly short right now. And so it is my recommendation that we move from having 2 meetings a month to 1 regular called meeting a month. We can go to have a special called meeting anytime that we need to do so, but it would be my recommendation, instead of meeting on the 2nd and 4th Thursdays of the month, that we go to a meeting on once a month on the 3rd Thursday of the month. So we've looked at the calendar for the next 2 years, and it doesn't interfere with any holiday or any conferences that you guys would have to attend. But it's our recommendation in order to consolidate some of the meetings that we're having to go down to that once a month. We just, not that it's not great to have meetings, but I think just the time and just the business load that we're able to work through internally now doesn't require to have to come to City Hall. But I'll leave the floor up to you guys.
It's still
It could possibly extend that 1 meeting a month a little bit longer, but
It could, so it could be longer, and if we need to have a special call meeting, whether that's to discuss an item that has to be an executive session, or we have an emergency or disaster come up, or if there's a major item that I feel that would require you guys to come in and meet, I know that all of you guys are ready to really just jump and hit the ground running to have that special called meeting. So I just wanted to feel the temperature for the council to see if you would be open to go to that one meeting a month.
We do second and fourth right now, right?
That's correct.
Why don't we just stay with second instead of going to third?
So we run into some holidays, and that's the reason we would have to change the meeting anyway. So going to the third, and plus with a couple of the conferences that you guys go to, it misses every day. It works out perfect, and then it actually works out perfect that you don't have to meet with the budget calendar as well. So that's really the reason we just tried to, finagle that, and it was the only way to do it. Because, my preference would be to keep it the second or the fourth is what we do right now, but the third is just the one that worked out best.
I don't want anybody waiting on us to get their whatever they need from us.
Absolutely. So if that comes up, I will reach out to you guys and we can get a meeting scheduled really quick. I think that there'll be very few and far between, maybe once a year, twice a year at most, if we have to have that. But I feel that, with great confidence that with having a meeting once a month, we'll be able to get our jobs done effectively here.
Cool.
I'm in support of it, council.
I am.
I think.
I move to approve.
Go ahead.
I move to approve the first reading of an ordinance repealing and replacing ordinance number 3-96, regular city council meetings to conform to section 3.12, meeting of council of the city charter to allow for one regular council meeting per month to be held on the third Thursday of each month at 7 p.m.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the first reading of an ordinance repealing and replacing ordinance number 3-96, regular city council meetings to conform to section 3.12, meeting of council of the city charter to allow for one regular council meeting per month to be held on the third Thursday of each month at 7 p.m. Council, is there any further discussion?
And when is this going to effect?
Exactly. That's my question.
So this would go into effect, we do have to have a second reading, and so my recommendation would be to cancel the regular scheduled meeting for the second week of March, and then have a special called meeting on the third week of March to confirm the second reading of this.
And because it's closer to the fourth meeting,
Then the fourth meeting, that one would go away.
closer to the second meeting of the month, so everything's casual.
That's correct.
What is it gonna be? We're gonna be,
I mean, council, there's no standard dress code. I mean, there's not anything codified. But if we have one meeting a month, it would be my recommendation that we wear.
I was just joking.
So, but there is no.
Ties are for pictures only, that's what Rusty
That's
said.
right.
Yeah, he's not, he's boycotting a tie till we take a new council picture.
We'll be taking one hopefully next month.
Yeah, okay. Well, Trying to wait to, I was trying to push it a little bit to see if I could get rid of some hardware before we.
We'll make sure we can do that. We can accommodate.
They're dragging it out, so we'll see. All right, did we vote on this? No, not yet. Natalie, roll call, please.
Councilmember Jeanette,
Yes.
Councilmember Dickerson,
Yes.
yes.
Councilmember Marks,
Yes.
Councilmember Schrader,
Yes.
and Councilmember McCamey.
Yes.
What was your question?
What was my question now?
What are we waiting on or something?
For a group picture, what's
Picture, yeah.
Oh, I was trying to get rid of some hardware.
Braces.
oh.
I didn't know that, yeah.
Okay.
I don't blame you.
All right,
What?
item number 11, executive session closed to the public pursuant to chapter 551.072 Texas Government Code, deliberation regarding purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, city-owned property. We're gonna go into executive session. It is 8:04 p.m. Oh, yeah, we can do announcements.
I've got a question for Georgia. The donation boxes, where are we at?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that.
Somebody throw some stuff in there?
Look at that smile on her face.
Manny and I sent out all of the letters, and we have been getting active responses because we had our nice little caveat down at the bottom that everyone's gonna start getting fined if they didn't get the boxes picked up by March 6th. So they've got until March 6th to get them picked up. If they're not picked up by March 6th, they will be getting fined $2,000 a day, and we will be disposing of them.
Man, that's our part. There's your stage.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, and anytime that we see anything out there, then Billy and his crew and the parks crew have been going over and picking the stuff up, and they have been trashing it, because frankly, we're all tired of looking at it. So
Yeah,
they've been getting rid of
did
it.
the people at first, the bank and the shopping center, did they respond back, or did they get a letter?
They did get a letter.
Did they
Was that
respond
one that
back?
you've gotten back?
Receive any
Okay.
So that's
Yeah,
one that we
'cause
likely
I've
trash.
watched about as much as I can. I watched twice. A person pulls up, takes the stuff out of the box, and is sitting there going through clothes and stuff, and then drives off.
Yeah, see, I thought people were dumping it, but it's people
No, it's people
pulling it
pulling
out.
it out and going through it, and I'm sitting,
Some people are.
you know, and I understand that, but, you know, that's what his is for.
The only announcement that I have, that I can think of off the top of my head is that we are still in the middle of early voting. If you haven't gotten out and vote, please do. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow, I guess, is the last day.
It's for early
And
voting.
then, Tuesday will be election day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can visit galvestonvotes.com to access your sample ballot and polling locations. The last time that I checked, only about 2.5% of Galveston County had voted. And that's unfortunate, because if you have a close race, then that means about a 1.25% of the people elected who's representing you. So get out and vote.
Yeah, I know last election was November. Election day was lines, too.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people voted.
In the city of Santa Fe, the election locations will be the Old School Museum and the West County Building, like it has in early voting, plus Day Spring Church is going to be an election day location. So if there's long lines at the museum or at the West County Building, you can head down to Day Spring Church on 646 and vote there as well. All right, council, any other announcements?
That's a Columbus fish fries at every Friday.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we've got the lit fish fries at the KC Hall.
They're amazing.
You better get there at 4 o'clock,
And
because
I'm a
they
cook.
sell out by 5. One of the cookers.
But they're good. They had to raise prices a little bit, I tell you up front. They're $15 a plate.
Oh, man, gosh. Yeah. It's worth every bit of it.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Oh, yeah.
It's good food, and it's even better company.
Good crowd.
Good crowd there on Friday nights. Get out and come to the KC. And as Mark always reminds us at the Coffee Talk, they will take Protestant money too. So you don't have to be a Catholic.
To go there.
They'll take Protestant
Take
money
it
too.
all.
That's right.
And all that money that we raise goes to good causes.
Yeah, it goes to the nuns. I know a big portion of it does, doesn't it?
Our St. Joseph's
Oh,
altar.
that's the St. Joseph's
Yeah,
altar that goes to the nuns.
nuns. We treat them ladies right.
That's right. All right, well, it is now 8:08.
Maybe I've got one announcement
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
sorry.
So we're going to be having a permitting seminar coming up on April 22nd. I know that we have a lot of questions about permitting at the city, so we're going to open it up to our residents to come in to ask questions and to give basically a training on what permitting looks like at the city and what the process is. So that way that there's no question in anybody's minds of what that looks like. So we want to open that up to the community. We'll put that information out as it comes available, but on April 22nd, Wednesday, April 22nd is the date that we're looking at pushing that forward. Also, we want to remind our citizens of the Touch a Truck event on March 7th at Runge Park. So we hope that you and your families will come out and come touch a truck and see that great event come to light. So.
They said that in that portion, George, I mean, there's a lot of people ask me that they're complaining about the pricing of the permits, how it's skyrocketed.
So
Can we explain that and how other cities?
That's right. We can explain that, and the reason so ours are maybe higher than a couple of the other entities. We're definitely not the highest. We don't have impact fees like most other communities do around us. I believe at Alvin theirs is $11,000 for their impact fees, or somewhere right in that range. a 9-year department, but I believe it's right in that range, right around 11,000. So because of not having that sometimes we have to be able to recoup those funds to fund our department here. But we'll definitely bring that up and more information at that time.
All right, any other announcements? All right, 8:10, we'll
Green light.
All right, 8:54, call this regular city council meeting back to order. Council, is there any action from executive session?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Moved and seconded. Thank you, gentlemen.